All right, how's everyone doing? I'm Rich Celenza. Thanks for checking out the Rich Celenza Show. I got my co-host, Robert Beninati.
Hello, everyone.
All right, we just did a podcast where we talked about people overvaluing their shit. And what I want to get into today, actually, with him is what's legit and what's full of shit. And, you know, I once did, or actually it was one of my original podcasts, actually regarding The Secret, which I love, the law of attraction and all that.
That's full of shit.
You think so? So anyways, I kind of like it still to this day. But that was my point. Is it legit or full of shit? We should do a TikTok. Legit or full of shit?
I think it's actually, I think it's legit, right? But it comes, I don't know if you noticed that the book, The Secret, just came out with like another book, I think, or by someone. I really got to look into it.
I don't know. There's so many.
Anyway, I read something where they said, they're referring to the Secret, the book.
Yeah.
But The Secret alone, just by, affirmation.
Yeah, wishing for shit.
Wishing.
Yeah.
Without putting in the work does not work.
Right, without action.
Right? There's got to be something behind it. So this new book, or whoever wrote this, which I don't remember, I got to look into it. But I found it so interesting because that part I know is full of shit. If you just wish for things, just throw it out in the universe.
Yeah.
It might work once in a while, right? Because you're focusing on it, and eventually, subconsciously, you're doing something to, moving forward towards that
hopefully
dream or wish or goal, right?
Yeah. And you deserve it.
But
I think it's more about deserving it. Like,
it's
like
saying,
believing that you can accomplish it or deserve it.
It's
or
like I want to put it out there. I wish I lose 10 pounds or look, or build more muscle. But then again, I'm not going to the gym.
Of course,
it's not gonna work.
Right. Not if you're eating a lot of junk food and shit.
It's not
of course,
work.
right.
Regardless if you eat well, but
it's like saying I want to be a millionaire and you're not going to work.
Right.
If you think you're going to win the lotto,
right. So I believe affirmations do work in conjunction with the hard work, the dedication, planning, goals, writing it down, working towards it. It does work.
Right.
But if you're just wishing for shit, it's just, it's like wishing to hit, hit the lotto and you never playing the lotto. Like, really, like.
You know what? We live in Orlando, Florida. So full of shit, we might be one of the kings. And not disrespectful, we love it here, right? But I think we've had these discussions before where, like, a lot of things in Orlando is a real, like a facade, like beyond belief. It could be Disney, Universal, or whatever. It's not a facade where you go there and love doing it, but what it's based on is kind of fake, right? I don't care if you go to Epcot. Those are not the real countries, right? But people will walk around there and kind of believe that they're in these countries, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But it's not like, even if you go to a lot of Italian restaurants, as you know, or any restaurant, and it's saying, hey, we're this, it's kind of full of shit, right? I mean, you go Brooklyn-style pizza. You love pizza. How many places actually are serving Brooklyn-style pizza or Chicago-style pizza? Why are we on pizza?
I think I found 3, maybe 4 in the last 16 years living here, right, that are really good and are very close to Italian pizza, Brooklyn pizza. But, yeah.
It could be anything. It could be a lot of things are, I don't want to say they're knockoffs.
You know what I find funny, though,
what?
That I've noticed, and I don't want to, rip off on Disney and Universal, is this...
Hey, watch you now.
Is this idea that, on commercial, they're doing this commercial, the happy family walking, going through the parks.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Right. And you go to the park and you just sit in a bench and look at the faces of these people. They're exhausted, especially in the summertime, right?
They're dehydrated. Most of them are sunburned. Most of their kids are crying, exhausted.
Hungry.
Yeah.
Thirsty. You're waiting online an hour to get in a 2-minute ride, if that, right?
Sure.
But it's hilarious just to see them. You sit down, you're like, really, they sold this image of happy family, and you get into your hotel at 10 o'clock at night, exhausted, beat up, man.
Yeah. I think a lot of things in life, the way obviously they promote it in commercials, is so ridiculous. What I do find funny, though, you want to talk about something funny, is if you watch a lot of news stations like my parents do, and I'm not going to throw them under the bus, whoever they're always kind of telling you that you're kind of sick and you need a pill, or you need a certain substance to make yourself feel good. And then at the end, they said, well, this may cause shitting in your pants, pissing all over yourself. You may faint. You
might die.
You may become a diabetic. I don't know what. How do you pitch something at the beginning being legit, and at the end, that'd be like me saying, hey, I'm gonna watch over you and take care of you, and then maybe at the end I may punch you in the face and elbow you in the throat. Right? It doesn't. None of this makes sense. Is that legit or full of shit?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God. I mean, even listening to politics now, what in the hell is going? I mean, just everyone, not even people. I'm not talking politicians because we don't get into that. But even people, all of a sudden, everyone's a scholar.
That's funny.
Right? The whole thing. They're so fully. No one knows the truth. Everybody wants to only believe it's legit because it lines up with what they believe. Did I say that correctly?
With what they wish to,
yes,
listen to, or what they would wish that it were true. So they believe what they choose to believe.
Yeah, and if it isn't what they want, then it's full of shit. When a lot of times,
if it's not what they want to hear or listen to, then it's full of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but that may not be full of shit. That may be the truth. A lot of times,
no one wants to hear the truth.
Exactly. Well, they want to hear their truth.
Yeah.
Right. They only want to spread their truth. Which everyone's got their own opinions. It's like assholes. You know that. Everyone's got an ass. Did you ever hear that joke?
Yeah.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got to have one. You never heard that one
Yeah.
before? Oh, you heard that? Yeah. Oh, my God. How did we start with The Secret? And then we ended up over here.
Punching someone in the face? Yeah,
I just don't know. And back to legit and full of shit.
Social media, right there.
It's the king.
Yeah, it's like what's legit, what's not, You got to make your own opinion.
It's so extreme, too. I find it so interesting, social media, because 1 minute they'll be showing you how extravagant and how wonderful their life is, and we all know it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then a month later, they're on there begging for money. Like they got to do a GoFundMe page or something. I'm like, what are you doing? What? I saw you in Hawaii 6 months ago. Now you don't have enough money for your car. You get hit up with people asking for money all the time. I'm like, what are you doing here?
That's crazy.
Social media is the king, though. Well, I think everybody's confused, though, with social media right now. They don't know how to go about it anymore because
it's a freaking disease.
Is it?
I don't know, man. It's just you got to take it with a grain of salt. You can't believe everything you see, man.
Oh my God, I don't believe.
And I feel
anything.
sorry for the kids, for the young ones that don't have that maturity to distinguish between legit and full of shit type of things. Everything they see, they think that's a better life than the one they have.
Yeah.
And they become depressed or they build up, anxiety. It's crazy, man.
Well, you got daughters. You go through that, right?
I took a different approach very young. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And I always tell them that, just be careful what you're looking at because all this is not really what you think it is. So I took a different approach many, many years ago. I was like, everything is full of shit.
Yeah.
Until you could prove me different.
Right. You don't trust anything.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
Everything's full of shit.
Yeah.
Everything, everyone.
Everything's a pitch.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Until I can't make my judgment that, okay, you know what? This is legit.
I have 2 daughters, and they both hate social media. I'm the clown on social media.
Well, one of my daughters, she has an Instagram page, no Facebook, no TikTok, anything. Just an Instagram page. And I sometimes have to push her to, hey, you mind adding a picture so I could, so you can have something of, your trip here. She doesn't care. She doesn't. The middle one. She doesn't care for.
Yeah, my oldest daughter, I can't even take a picture of her. She's a spy.
Yeah, same way.
I said she'd be the best spy in the world. She is off the grid. My youngest one has an Instagram page. I don't think she could care less.
Yeah.
It's hysterical. What else was I going to say, though, with that I found very funny with social
I think it's very
media?
informative and puts you to see things that you probably can't see now, traveling and stuff like that, but you can't believe the lifestyle and the smiles. These are people that are crying in the daytime, put makeup on, take a picture, smile, and then go back to rubbing that makeup off and going back into their,
It's tough.
Yeah.
Maybe that makes them feel good, though. Maybe, at the same time, I find it interesting how social media sometimes can I hope it makes them feel better, but maybe it doesn't at the same
you know
time.
What? I
don't
wish
know.
to believe that.
Yeah, but I got to tell you.
I really, if we see what made us happy,
yeah,
when we were young teenagers,
yeah,
what was it? Maybe sitting on a curb on the corner of our block, just hanging out, talking, and riding bikes and skateboards and playing a sport or something.
Yeah,
we had no social media,
No,
that was a
local.
social media. Yeah, it was
It
local.
was local. I'm thinking after the New Year.
It was local news,
Wait, you're gonna laugh at this, I think, because after the New Year, like I told you, I'm kind of exhausted from YouTube for a while. I'm gonna stick with the podcast. I like this, but I was thinking of just going straight TikTok.
TikTok.
And, I was gonna go TikTok for our
What are you gonna do on TikTok?
I'm gonna call people jagoffs. Maybe I'm gonna call people out on their bullshit in less than a minute, including my own. So it's basically gonna start off with me making fun of myself.
Okay.
And just because they're like, you could do what, 15 seconds, 30 seconds.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go get a TikTok account and just to see you.
Yeah. Well, you're on TikTok.
No,
with
I'm
me.
not.
No, you're on mine. My first video was you with the alligators in the backyard.
Yeah. You put it up there. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a bunch of views. Just if I'm gonna do social media, I just want to go do something entirely different. I know that's for the most part not entirely, but it's a younger demographic. But it's funny. I like TikTok. It makes me laugh my ass off. People doing impersonations,
It's
dances.
entertaining, yeah.
It's entertaining and it's fast and short. Because I always want to evolve and try different things. But anyways, that's one thing I was thinking of doing. I didn't even tell you that, did I?
I think you mentioned it the other day.
Who the
Like, I
hell
want to
knows
go
what
to
we're doing?
TikTok. And I'm like, TikTok? I'm like, he's lost his fucking mind. I mean,
Jesus
TikTok.
Christ.
Really?
Is
50
TikTok legit or full of shit? That'll be the next one we're doing. Listen, I'm down with TikTok. I'm just not an Instagram guy. You are. I'm YouTube. I guess I'm cool with Facebook, but I like social media.
Yeah, you know what? I've lost that connection with Facebook. I just can't be there
You're an Instagram guy.
longer than, a little bit more.
You think it's legit? Because you like photography.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah.
I like visuals. Photography is my hobby, or it was more at one point in my life.
Yeah.
So I like cool images. I relate, faster to them, and you can scroll faster. So it's just looking at images versus, stupid shit that people post on Facebook.
Absolutely. Well, TikTok is kind of like an Instagram / video because they're so fast
on a video
right?
format, right?
Yeah, kind of.
And nowadays everybody needs, have short span of attention. It's got to be fast.
It's got to be fast.
So
I like it.
So anything that's fast, Instagram and TikTok works.
Well, Facebook, I got to send you an email that I created, but Facebook did a study. You have 3 seconds to grab someone's attention on the average. I think
on any that's on
anything,
on any ad,
of course.
But Facebook became that. It's a great platform. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
it's a great platform if you know how to use it.
I guess it depends on how you want to use it.
Right. That's
right?
it.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something quick, entertaining, I don't think that's it. That's a place to go see your family that live in other countries or other states and kind of be in touch with them. You put up your photos of the family, of gathering events and stuff, But then there's a lot of other people just fighting over politics and fighting over, their opinion. And I mean, really, get a life.
Legit or full of shit? It's kind of like a song by MC Hammer. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there. You want to check out Robert's podcast, Real Business? He's on Facebook. He's on He's on YouTube. Yeah. He's everywhere. He's full of shit on this one. He's talking about what he is. Basically, we're saying we're full of shit.
You called me out.
Yeah, we're all full of shit because we're on every platform we're talking about. We live in Orlando. What else is full of shit? I mean, everything we talked about is who we are. So that worked out really well for us. All right, and I'm all over the place, and I'm going to wrap it up there.
I think that this topic just backfired on us.
Story of our life, my friend. Story of our life.
Next
All right,
one.
take care, and I wish you nothing but the best.